Hi everybody, it's me back again for day 3. There's Charlie, Peter and all the creatures are coming out in my house at the moment. They are loving story time, so I hope you're enjoying it too. Now, on to day 3 story, we have got a book called Lovelykins, again by Quentin Blake. Has anybody worked out which author Quentin Blake is the illustrator for? You got it, it's Roald Dahl. So any of Roald Dahl's books will have the illustrations will have been drawn by the same man that has written these stories. Good fact of the day for you there. Right, let's get on. Angela Bowling took her shopping bag and set off to the village. It was a bright spring morning, but the wind had blown all night in the great woods and their leaves had fallen on the branches everywhere. And there was something else. My goodness, said Angela, it's a baby bird blown out of his nest and he needs someone to look after him. She wrapped him up carefully in her scarf and off home they went. When they got there, she added a shawl and an old cardigan so the little bird was warm and safe. And then she sat in a decorative basket that once used to hold flowers. She fed him with spoonfuls of warm milk. He must have had a name, said Angela. I shall call him Augustus. Only the best was good enough for Augustus. She fed him creamed carrots, chocolate eclairs, and black forest gateau, and boxes of chocolates with assorted centres. Augustus ate the whole lot. Who's a Lovelykins then? Said Angela. Next morning, Angela bought a smart new pushchair. It had a special umbrella to keep the rain off and the sun. Every morning after that, Angela would wrap Augustus up carefully so that he didn't catch a cold, and they would set off to the village. They met Elsie Lyons and the twins by the duck pond, Miss Twyford and her dollies in the high street, and Harold and his brother Gerald with their dog Wellington outside the library. At the village store, Angela Bowling bought all the best things that she could find. Augustus ate and ate and ate. As the days went on, he grew bigger and bigger. At last, he was too big for his basket and too big for his pushchair, especially with all those cardigans and eiderdowns wrapped around him to make sure he didn't get cold. So Angela Bowling bought a brand new garden shed, especially for Augustus. Every morning she would take him a tray of good things to eat. And then once again there came a night of dreadful weather, huge gales that blew throughout the woods. In the morning, Angela Bowling got up and put on her dressing gown and stepped out to sea. How did our little Lovelykins spend the night? But what did she see before her? What do you think it's going to be? The garden shed had been flattened by the gales, and there were eiderdowns and cardigans strewn about him. Stood Augustus, shaking his wings. My goodness, he's grown. Angela Bowling fainted clean away. Augustus covered her over with a pink, fluffy eiderdown, and then his wings creaking slightly with lack of use, he began to fly. He flew through the village over Elsie Lyons and the twins, over Miss Twyford and her dollies, and over Harold and his brother Gerald, and their dog Wellington. He flew up into the trees of the great woods. There he ate several beetles and the remains of dead squirrels, and then he flew on up into the bright sky. Further and further he rose, circling on the warm winds high above the clouds. Far below he could see Angela Boleyn sleeping peacefully under her pink flowery eiderdown, and stretched out before him such prospects, such visitas. It took Angela Boleyn a long time to recover from her shock, but after 6 months she had her garden shed rebuilt, and in it she started a wonderful collection of cactuses, all shapes and sizes. Every so often, just when she least expecting it, there was a rustle of wings, and Augustus was there, on the roof of her shed. He brings her a present, a dead mouse, perhaps, or a few beetles, but she never eats them. Ooh. What a lovely story. What would you do if somebody brought you dead rats and beetles? Ooh, I hope you wouldn't eat them either. Right, as the previous days, if you go onto the website, there are some questions, reading comprehension, all about Lovelykins, and I hope you enjoy them. Take care, everybody. Bye.